A data center critical for allowing uninsured Americans to buy health coverage under President Obama's healthcare law went down yesterday, and it is the latest of many glitches on the healthcare.gov website. It's halted online enrollment for all 50 states, we're told. The data center experienced a connectivity issue that caused it to shut down. The Obama administration and Verizon officials could not say how long it would take to fix this connectivity problem. And of course, there's still confusion about Covered California and Medicare and the difference. Joining me this morning to clear up that confusion, talk a little bit more about the shutdown yesterday, is insurance broker Craig Gusson, and you have your hands full.
I do,
so to speak. Yesterday, with this going down again, just the latest glitch that they're having problems with. Any word on an update on that, or what's going on there?
I knew nothing about that until I was, it was on the news yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, another time.
Well, you wouldn't know about it unless
Right.
you're trying to apply, right?
And well, I actually went on the website yesterday to try and help a client do something, and I was looking at it, and I've noticed they changed Covered California a little bit. So it looks like they're working on it and trying to improve it. But I keep telling everybody, first of all, you're only going to go on Covered California if you're going to get a subsidy, which means the government's going to partially pay for some or all of your health insurance. If you're not, none of the insurance companies out there have their rates, almost none of them have their rates announced yet.
Yeah.
So,
and we're only talking about 15% of the people, right? Isn't that
probably
the
less
rough
than
figure?
that.
Less than that.
Less than 15%.
Need Covered California.
Because you got to realize there's 15% of the people uninsured, and probably half of those do it by choice. So is it really going to make a difference? Probably not for those people. They're going to say, I'll pay the $95 fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
My big concern, and the reason you and I were talking today, is that Covered California has nothing to do with seniors. And that's the thing that I want to make sure anybody who is on Medicare understands, and the seniors.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit last week, because it's about the same time of year that they're getting confused.
They are getting confused, and it's really important to understand that if you're on Medicare, your plan is totally different. It has nothing to do with Covered California. You're basically going to do what you've done in the past. The concern I do have for seniors is that Medicare will not call you. So if somebody calls you up and says, I'm from Medicare, I'm calling about your plan, I would be really concerned.
Scam.
Yeah, it's usually a scam, unless it's your agent. And if you're not sure who the person is, ask them a basic question like, hey, I just moved, can you tell me what my address is, and see if they tell it to you. If they don't, just hang up the phone, because you really got to be, I'm really concerned about scams.
So if somebody contacts you about this issue, you need to be a little weary of what's going on.
Unless it's your agent who's helped you in the past.
Right, if you know the person.
Right, exactly.
Okay, you've got a booklet there that every Medicare recipient receives, right?
It's called Medicare and You. It's a handbook that you get.
Hold it out.
Can we get it up high enough? There we go.
Okay, so they get this, and they get it every year, but this year in particular, pay attention to it.
Exactly, pay attention to it. You know, page 59 talks about Medicare choices. Page 148 talks about the health care plans. And page 151 talks about prescriptions. Because what you have is you have Part A, which covers inpatient hospitalization, and it's free. Part B covers doctor visits and outpatient procedures. And you paid, last year, you paid $104.90, and it came out of your Social Security check to pay for it.
Right.
And then you have Part D, which is for drugs. And that you're going to run anywhere from $13 to $100 a month, depending on your prescriptions needs. So it's really important that you look at that, because your doctor may no longer be on the plan you have. Your plan may be changing a little bit, or your prescriptions may be changing, where you need better plans.
But again, this is for those who have Medicare. This has nothing to do with Covered California.
Only for people who have Medicare, and it's not just seniors. It's anybody who is on Social Security and qualifies for Medicare. Now, the big thing a lot of people ask me is, I'm turning age 65, but I'm still going to work. Do I have to go on Medicare? The answer is no. I get that calls from clients all the time, and I tell them, you might want to sign up for Part A because it's free and it will help offset some of your costs for your health insurance. But outside of that, you can continue to work and keep your group health insurance.
Okay, before we go, Covered California.
Yes.
You've had a chance to digest this for a few weeks now. Well, for you, even longer than that. How is it coming along? Are we still stalled out there? Is it still going to be an issue?
It's still a major issue. I have major concerns with it because it's just not ready. I can't honestly and legally recommend somebody to pick a plan on Covered California and and help them sign up for it, because the doctors and the hospital lists are not there. And I sign you up for a plan and we find out 3 months from now that your doctor and hospital is not on the plan, you're not going to be happy, and there's liability on my end. So every agent I talk to is as concerned as I am. We can't recommend a plan to you because we don't know if your doctor or hospital is on it. And again, most of the insurance companies who are not on Covered California and are just doing individual plans, they don't even have their plans approved yet. So unless you're getting a subsidy from the state, I'm recommending everybody wait till next year. Wait till next week. I'm being told that plans will be available outside of Covered California next week, and I'm hoping we have doctor and hospital lists by next week, because we're getting, we're starting to get close. But I think what you're hearing now is, they may delay some stuff, but it's not a big deal because most people want coverage January 1st. So if you say, well, we're going to delay it to March or April or May, which is what I'm hearing, well, what are you going to do for January, February, March? You still want health insurance coverage. So I'm going to be really busy for, I told my wife, I'm not doing anything but working for the next 45 days.
Well, we'll check back in with you sometime in November and see how things are going.
Hopefully it's a lot better than today.
Greg Gusson, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Still to